Well, this is kind of a sad day that I didn't see coming a year and a half ago, and like all project cars, it's time for me to get rid of my '99 Audi A8. Welcome back to Enhancing Your Vehicle Ownership. I'm Nate. If you don't know me, I'm the guy that for the last year and a half has centered my YouTube channel around my '99 Audi A8. Go ahead, dig through my old videos, go check them out. Check out all of the cool repair videos that we've done on this car, and check out the review and history of the A8 line, and then how it is to drive this car in 2020. Today, this video is just kind of a brief overview for those that are interested in buying my car. I want to give you a video tour of the car before you drive all the way down here and look at the car and test drive it and come to pick it up, so you know what you're getting, so you know what you're getting into. And I've had a lot of fun with this car. I've really enjoyed driving it. I bought it very, very broken, so we have done, my buddy and I, we've done a ton of repairs to this vehicle, and it has been such a fun project. But now that I'm commuting 300 miles a week and almost 2,000 miles a month, it's time for me to get something smaller with better gas mileage and just something a little bit more boring, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a walkthrough. This is going to be brief. If you guys want to know all of the repairs that I've done on this car or any other information about it, go ahead and check out the other videos on my YouTube channel. And please read through the entire description on my listing page, which describes and lists all of the repairs that I've done to this car, and just kind of a brief overview of its features and its quirks. This is the car. It is all-wheel drive. I've absolutely loved owning it and driving it the last few months. I think that I have a clean title in this car. I'm going to go home and check it out. I'm pretty sure it's a clean title. I say that because I just recently pulled the I guess the VIN report on this car, and it says it was involved in a front end collision in 2013 in Utah. Now, I don't know the extent of that front end collision, but I believe that the only damage it did to the car was cosmetic, and that's because when I did head gaskets and a timing belt job, we had the whole front end of this car off, and I actually took the frame rails off as well. None of that's bent. It's all in great condition. Really, the only bad thing about the car right now in the front is that it's missing the blinker housings. The bumper needs replaced, and there's this dent here in the quarter panel that honestly makes the car look ugly. I don't know if you can really tell standing farther back or not. I mean, right now I have the bumper wired on. I've tried to find a new bumper, but they're very expensive, and I haven't had any luck finding a salvage car with a good bumper, so I just haven't done anything with that. Now, the rest of the car looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Clear coat is fading and peeling in some spots, and there's quite a few chips and scratches throughout. The rims being one of the negative points of this car, they need repainted, and I've been going to do that and do a video for you guys on that, but I just haven't had the time or the means. The back bumper here has a small crack in it, along with some other scuffs and scrapes here on the side as well. And then this side is perhaps the worst. It's missing a little bit of trim, and there's also kind of a deeper scrape or gouge here on the rear passenger door. So just keep in mind the cosmetic condition of this car if you're looking into buying it. That definitely really lowers the value of this car, because this car is actually quite sound mechanically. So there's the 4.2 liter Audi or Volkswagen V8. I'm not going to go into a ton of details on this engine, but I have absolutely loved owning and driving this engine. It puts out plenty of power. This particular car runs very, very well. Now, we recently did head gaskets on the car and a new timing belt, new water pump, and it runs really well. Now, when I had the heads off, I did notice that the internals of the engine are actually quite clean. There is minimal carbon buildup on top of the pistons, and then the valves, the lifters, and the cam lobes all looked pretty good. So I think, and I believe, that there's a lot of life left in this engine. I definitely believe that it can make it another 100,000 miles if someone were to, use this engine as a donor car, or if you wanted to continue to drive this particular car. I absolutely think there's a lot of life left in this car in particular engine. Now, it is dirty right now because I've been driving on dirt roads and on construction sites, so I don't know if I'll have time to get that cleaned up. But keep in mind that there are just a few cracks here on the engine cover. Now I recently found a donor car and it had the exact same crack here, so unfortunately I was not able to get a new cover for this engine. Perhaps that's a common problem, I don't know. Now as we get into the interior of this car, it has a 5-speed auto manual transmission. I'm not a big fan of the 5-speed transmission, but this car's transmission's solid. We recently did a fluid flush and put a new filter in there. That was a 3-hour long repair. I have a video on it, so go check it out. But the transmission shifts very good, and it should again have plenty of life left in it. This car has 167,000 miles on it. As far as the interior is concerned, it's in really, really good shape. Now it is somewhat dusty and will probably need a good cleaning, but it has the original floor mats, and everything else in the car is original and works. These genuine leather seats unfortunately have not fared very well. Both the driver and the passenger side are ripped out pretty bad, which is why I have these sloppy Motor Trend covers on them right now, which you don't really notice, and you could tidy them up a little bit. Now I don't have a cover in the back seat, but I do have the back seat cover in the trunk if you wanted to try to put it on. This car has the original Audi first aid kit there in the back seat, and its center armrest. The automatic window shade comes up and works as it should, as well as the rear defroster. This car is also equipped with the premium Audi Symphony Concert, or the Bose stereo system. It also has dual climate control. The heater works very well, but the AC system will need recharged because it was completely emptied out during our repair. So you'll have to take it into a professional repair shop to get that system completely vacuumed out and recharged. There is one safety recall on this car, which is kind of a recent thing. Now I get that this car is 21 years old, but Takata recently recalled a ton of their airbags. This car is equipped with them, and there is not currently a fix for that. I got a safety letter from Audi that I no longer have, but I can send the new owner or any interested party a copy of that letter. It's also on my Instagram page at EYVO_auto. And then I recently, like today, right before this video, installed a new armrest, a new driver's side armrest. That was broken off before, and I was lucky enough to have found a salvage car with some, so those armrests are back in and they're working and nice to have. And then a few weeks ago I put a new window in here because the old one had a rock flip up on me on the highway and it broke. So the new window is a little bit thinner than the old windows, which means the weather stripping that is 21 years old has a slight gap in it, and now I get a little bit of wind noise from this window here when driving down the highway. If that's a concern for you, I think that you can get new weather stripping that'll be tight around this window that will block that wind noise out, and maybe you could put some silicone up in here. I don't know. It hasn't bugged me too much. Now I haven't driven the car a lot with the new window, so I haven't had time to do anything with that either. And then just one final thing with the car is that the front two tires are still in pretty good shape. Now these tires are brand new. They only have 7,000 miles on them. But the two front tires that were on here are now in the back, and they're bald. They're going to need replaced pretty soon. The wheel alignment on the front end of this car is out. That needs done probably as soon as you get the car if you're planning on driving it a lot. This car also comes with a set of pretty good winter snow tires, studded winter snow tires, and this car rocks 17s. Its original size is 225/60 R17s, and I think the snow tires are a little bit taller for the car, but if you are hoping to get new tires or rims for the car, that's the size of the rims and the size of the tire. That's it for this video. Hopefully I wasn't as all over the place as I thought or felt like I was. Hopefully any of this makes sense and helps you in your purchase decision with my 99 Audi A8 Quattro. I've absolutely loved and enjoyed driving this car. It's been such a fun project. I bought it very broken like that on purpose. This car had been driven by high school kids, so I'm sure it hadn't been very well taken care of for a few years, and we fixed it up. It's in much better condition. It's very mechanically sound and drivable right now, and it needs a few things like mentioned in my listing. For a more complete detail of the things that it needs, go ahead and check out my listing, and that also has a full list of the things that I have done to this car. And you can go check out all of the repair videos on my YouTube channel to see how those repairs were done, to see maybe more specifics of those repairs or of this car as well. Again, I hope this video helped you out. If it does, go ahead and smash that like button. Leave a comment below with questions and just things that you would like to see in the future from the YouTube channel, and give me a follow on Instagram at EYVO_auto. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're enjoying your vehicle ownership. Until next time.